Hi everyone, γεια σας και καλώς ήρθατε to another episode of Dimitra's Dishes. If you're looking for another delicious weeknight dinner idea, I got you covered today with my easy skillet beef pie. It's very similar to a shepherd's pie, except it doesn't have that mashed potato topping. It's a delicious, cozy beef stew. I add some veggies to it just to make it more nutritious, and then I top it with puff pastry circles. So easy, so good, and comes together in no time. The family is gonna love this one. Let me show you how I make it. Okay, we're gonna begin by making the beef filling. So I have an onion over here. I'm just gonna peel it and finely chop it and put it in my skillet. This is the same skillet that's gonna go straight into the oven. So try to use a skillet that is oven safe at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. That way you have fewer things to clean up. So if you don't have one of these that can go in the oven, that's fine. You can use a 9 by 13 inch baking pan or a 10-inch deep dish pie pan. That will work too, but I'll put all those steps and everything in the blog post. So the onion is gonna cook in a little bit of olive oil until it's nice and soft and golden. And then we're gonna go in with garlic. So I grate my garlic ahead of time and I freeze it. So you need about 3-4 garlic cloves for this recipe. I take a little chunk and I put it in there and warm it through. Once it melts into the onions and the oil and it's fragrant, it's ready. You don't want to overcook it. Garlic tends to have a burnt taste if you cook it too much. So next we're going to go in with the ground beef. So one batch of this, or my regular recipe, is for 2 pounds of ground beef. I am putting into the 2 packs that I have, so it's almost 4 pounds. It fits into this skillet, and why not make a little bit extra? So I'm doing 4 pounds of ground beef. It's gonna go in, and I'll season it with salt and pepper, cook it in the onions and the garlic and the oil until it's no longer pink. And then I like to go in with a heaping tablespoon of tomato paste, but since I doubled the batch, I'll do 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, cook it in there so that we can get rid of that, bite that tomato paste tends to have. And then I also like to add balsamic vinegar to this. About a 1/4 cup or so, or maybe a little bit less, is going to add so much flavor. This is like a balsamic glaze. It's a little bit thicker, so it is a little sweeter too than a normal balsamic vinegar, but it really deepens the flavor of the stew. So go ahead and toss the meat in the tomato paste and the balsamic and cook it for about a minute or two. And then we're going to go in with 1 or 2 bay leaves. I also add a teaspoon of sweet paprika. I don't like the smoky flavor, but if you do, you can add smoked paprika here if you like. Some dried thyme, dried oregano, 2 cups of beef broth. If you don't have beef broth, you can do water, or even chicken broth will work here. Mix this all up and let this cook for about 15 minutes. You could leave it as is, but I like to add more veggies to this and up the nutrition factor of the recipe. So I have a bag of frozen vegetables. These are peas, carrots, corn, and little string beans. I'll just add the whole pack in here, frozen. It's frozen solid. It's been in the freezer for a while. It looks like it even has freezer burn, but trust me, it's gonna be fine. I don't like to waste food. It's gonna go in the meat sauce and it's gonna taste delicious. Mix everything all together and just cook this down for about 15 minutes. The sauce is gonna thicken slightly. I do like for there to be some broth left just because I don't like it to be too dry. It's gonna continue to cook in the oven. So once this is all cooked, you can taste it and see if it needs more seasoning. Take it off of the heat and you can finely chop some fresh parsley, sprinkle it on top and mix it in the meat sauce just for some nice freshness. And now we're gonna make the topping. So I'm using puff pastry here. And this is just straight from the box. It comes with 2 sheets of puff pastry. You can use 1 big sheet if you get them from the restaurant supply shop. These are straight from my supermarket. So I'm gonna roll them out just a little bit, and then using a round cookie or biscuit cutter, I'm just gonna cut little rounds because it looks so pretty. You can definitely put the whole sheet of puff pastry over the beef stew straight into the pan and just have one easy layer so it looks like a pie. And I would probably use a second sheet too just to fill in any empty spots. You can do it that way. It's easier and quicker, but cutting them into rounds, I think it just adds something a little more special, and that's why I'm doing it, but it's not necessary. And then I'm gonna brush them with some heavy whipping cream. I skip the egg anytime possible. I just don't like the flavor that egg leaves on puff pastry. I use it sometimes and then sometimes I don't. So I'm just brushing this with heavy whipping cream. You can do milk if you don't have heavy whipping cream. And then the thing that's going to kick this up another notch is ground Parmesan cheese. If you have kefalotiri, that will be beautiful. Sprinkle it on top generously, and you could even put it in between the nooks and crannies to kind of get over that beef as well. This is going to go in the oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, closer to the bottom rack. It's going to brown quickly, so you can cover this with foil for the beginning time of it, about 30 minutes, and then uncover it and let it bake uncovered for another 15 minutes until the puff pastry is puffed and golden. It's going to get a nice mahogany color. It looks so beautiful. It smells so good. Once it comes out of the oven, let it sit for 5 minutes, and then it's ready to serve. And there you have it. The skillet beef pie is ready. I love the Parmesan cheese that's over the puff pastry. It does make it brown way more than if you didn't put the Parmesan on top. So what you can do is start it off covered with foil. Halfway through cooking, take the foil off, uncover it, and let it bake the remaining time so that way it gets a nice golden color without burning. It's so good. This is one of those meals that's cozy and delicious, but it's made with simple ingredients. So easy to put together all in one pan. We love those kind of meals around here. Let's do the taste test. I want to make sure I get some veggies too. So much flavor. That balsamic vinegar, even though it's just a little touch, a little hint of it, really deepens the flavor of the sauce. So good. I cannot describe how good it is. You guys have to try this one. You can print the recipe out on my website, dimitrasdishes.com. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I'll see you all next time. Yes,